Well, last time in the beginning of chapter 12, we were learning about how Joey's grandmother would make him sit by the window and wait for his mother. And she would pretend to talk to the mom on the phone and trick him into trying his best to be good, to take a bath, to sit still. But really, the whole time, she was just messing with him. We'll see what happens next. So the next night, I'd start off sitting in the chair, twiddling my thumbs, and when any woman walked down the street, I'd straighten up and sit real still. But when the woman passed by, I'd slump back down there. I was being good, but for the wrong woman. And I waved and smiled so much at strange women that once I was playing on the front porch and a woman passed by and pointed at me and said, "Look at that nice boy who sits in the window and waves to everyone." So I waved back, and her daughter said, "What's wrong with his head?" Because I had so many little shiny spots that looked like holes. I turned away from staring at the bus window and from thinking of Grandma in the past and looked at Mom, who was filing her nails. "Can I talk to you again?" I asked. "Only if you tell me something new," she said. "Okay, one of the reasons I want a puppy is because it will wait in the window for me every day, and every day I will come home for it. You didn't come home to me, but I promise I'll come home to it. I'll take care of it because I don't want it to feel like I did. So if the test on my brain is good, then I should get a puppy because of the celebration. And if the test is bad, I should get one because you really have to be nice to me, because then it'll be proven that I'm messed up in the head and nobody can fix it. Either way, I should get a dog." There's Joey with his persuasive speech. When I finished talking, her head was tilted forward against the back of the next seat because everything I said was all in her brain like a heavy weight, and she had to rest it for a minute. But I didn't care. Special Ed said I might get mad at her someday, and he was right. "So why, after all I put you through, do you still love me?" she finally said, and slipped the nail file into her purse. "Why?" "I don't know why," I said. "I just do. You're my mom, and I do. Anyway, you love me, and I'm messed up in the head for life." "Don't think that," she said, and kissed me on the side of the face, and then began to straighten my shirt and push back my hair as if looking better would mean I was better. "And the puppy?" I asked. "I think you know that once we get back home, we can get one." "Yes!" I said, and pumped my fist. "Yes, because Maria has one, and I don't want to have to wait until someone cuts off my nose to get one. I'm sure Maria is a very nice girl, so no more silly talk about her, okay?" "Okay," I said, and began to flip through the dog book again. "We'll find a cure for you, Joey," Mom said. "No, you won't. There is no cure." "Well, you're not doomed," she said sarcastically. "I know, but there is no cure. The doctor and Special Ed said so." "I didn't mean cure like take a pill and it all goes away." "Then say what you mean," I said, and I could feel myself slipping away because suddenly I didn't want to sit in my seat, and everything outside the window became really blurry, and I could feel my brain getting stuck on one thought. "You know what I mean. Say what you mean. You know what I mean," I said again and then again, as if repeating that thought would give me a running head start into the next thought. But I was stuck in a rut. "You know what I mean," I repeated a little louder and a little meaner. "You know what I mean!" "Come on," Mom whispered and grabbed my hand. "Let's go back to the bathroom for just a minute." She pulled me out of the seat and tightened her grip on my hand as she dragged me down the aisle, and I kept bouncing from side to side and touching some people. "Sorry," Mom kept saying, "sorry." And for a second I thought, she is sorry. She's always sorry. When I got to the bathroom, it was so small. Mom opened the door and sat down on the toilet lid, and I leaned in over her. She pulled the door closed against me and latched it, then unzipped her purse. She took out my medicine, and I opened my mouth. "Be my good little baby bird," she said quietly, and slipped the pill onto my tongue. We stayed that way as the bus rumbled down the road, and it felt like the whole planet was loose and was bouncing down a long flight of stairs. "I have a confession to make," Mom finally said. "What?" "There was a time when I wanted to be with you, but I wasn't in any shape to return. I was drinking with your father and wasn't taking good care of myself. So when I decided to return, I would walk up by the house and try to see you because it would give me extra strength to pull myself together. But I swear I never saw you sitting in the window, and I never knew what Grandma was making you do." I put my cheek down on the top of her head and smelled her hair. Because she had so many beauty supplies, it always smelled sweet and creamy. We stayed that way until the bus stopped and the driver knocked on the door. "Pittsburgh," he said. "Come on out." So Joey was a little messed up. Mom was a little messed up. That's okay. That's real life. You know, a lot of times storybook characters, they seem to be perfect, but that's not real life. That's why I like this book so much, because it's kind of about real types of people. Even though these are fiction characters, you know, we're not all perfect. We all have stuff going on, and it's kind of cool to see how these characters are dealing with it. See you next time.